Good morning. Let me check everything, make sure everything looks good. There we go. All right, I think we're ready. Here we go. All right, I don't need that anymore. Perfect, we got this. All right. Well, it's Tuesday morning. And I'm Megan. And this is a little cozy place I like to call JoyThriveGlow. So you might be able to hear my voice. It's pretty early. I mean, it's not super early, but it's kind of early. For me, it's 6:46 in the morning. So I need to, I won't be able to be on very long today, but like I've been saying the last few days that I've been streaming, I'm kind of just thinking of these as mini practice streams. Just getting used to everything and checking out my setup, getting things figured out, lighting, everything. Just getting comfortable talking to a camera for a little bit. So, yeah. So far, I think it's been going well. I've been enjoying it. If you have any comments at all about music, if you want it turned up at all, if it's can't even hear it, if it's too loud, feel free to let me know. Definitely a coffee day. This week is only a 3-day work week, but yeah, need all the coffee. But yeah, I'll be going into the office today, so I won't be able to stream very long. In the future, when I come up with a more set streaming schedule, I'm not sure if I'll want to be streaming on days that I go to the office, since that's considerable less amount of the time I have in the morning to stream is cut down considerably. But I don't know. Just yesterday and today, I've just kind of felt like it. And one more sip of water. So, as you can see, I have my little co-host right here. This little baby alien creature who happens to look a little bit like Yoda, a little baby Yoda. And he is inspired by the TV show The Mandalorian on Disney+. I did crochet him myself. I did follow a pattern for him. The exact pattern for him is not available, but there are other ones very similar to him. You just gotta adjust like the placement of the ears and everything to get it to look like him. So I am working on another one of him, but it's not something I want to work on stream right now. Mostly because it requires counting and precision, and I'm not the greatest of that even when I'm not streaming. So instead today, I'm going to be continuing this cute little hat here. I did work on this a little bit yesterday evening, not on stream. But yeah, it's going to be this little hat. I'll show you what yarn I'm using in case you're curious. I'm using... I'll show you right here. This is Lion Brand Basic Stitch, and it's all acrylic yarn. That's going to be machine washable and dryable, which will be great because it will be for my niece who's in first grade. Just crazy that she's in first grade, but chances of it needing to be washed at some point are pretty high. The pattern, let me find my hat that I made for myself already. Ooh, good morning, Palm Bear 1234. Let me get my chat here on my phone because it's not connecting. I'm glad I looked at the screen. Thanks for joining me today. So apparently there's an official Star Wars knitting pattern book coming out in January. That is exciting. That is very exciting. Unfortunately, I don't knit all that well, but chances are I'll probably look into getting that book anyways, because I would just like to have it. So Palm Bear, is that how you want me to say your name? Do you knit or crochet at all? 'Cause I do have, and I should get it. I don't have it here with me. I do have the Star Wars like crochet book that came out a Christmas or two ago. And I started making like the baby Yoda. Not the baby Yoda, but like a small Yoda that's like this big. Yeah, like a tiny one. I didn't completely finish it though. I should. Totally should. But yeah, this is the hat pattern that I'll be working on this morning. But if you're curious, since you're here, I will show you. So the Yoda, like him, it's going to be bigger. So I'm using 2 strands of yarn. So this is the head so far. Right here, you can tell it's quite a bit bigger. So I'm pretty excited about so it'll take some shaping and everything, but his head's almost done. I'm excited to have a larger one. Let's see, let's shut down my phone app and see if I can bring it back up. I probably can't now. That's alright. We'll just go with the computer. You knit and crochet, okay. The Yodas will be awesome together. Yes, I think they will be. I'm excited. Well, so this one, I'm not quite sure. I've had this one, I finished him about a year ago. Yeah, the pattern came out the week of last Thanksgiving. And I bought it right away, which was good because the precise pattern wasn't available very long because copyright things. Apparently the pattern was too good and the person was asked to take it down, which was unfortunate. But anyway, so I've been rather attached to him. And let's see, we don't need that here. Let's get rid of this. We're gonna and there you go. Yeah, we only need comments contributing to the conversation. There you go. So this guy, even though he's the first one that I made, I'm contemplating if I do make another one, then I might give him away. So we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, so you knit and crochet. So do you like to make like amigurumi or however you say it in stuffed animals? Or is there anything in particular you really like to crochet or anything that you don't like to crochet in it? Because my knitting skills are very basic. I can barely make a scarf. And I have to go very slow at it because I'm always paranoid that I'm going to like drop a stitch and not be able to fix it. And out of, I think I've probably made like 3 knit scarves in my life. And I've only done like maybe for 4 purl rows in my life. Okay, so you're mostly a toy person. And I have a collection of hats. Ah, yes. Hats is one of my favorites. I just feel that, especially because they, compared to other things, they just don't take very long. And so, and usually the patterns for them are more simple and they repeat a lot more. So I feel like they're very satisfying. Very satisfying. I also like that it's easy for me to just create my own hat patterns. You don't have the patience for big things, but I like knitting for following patterns. Crochet is easier for freestyling. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. That's one thing I love about crochet is that because I'm not afraid of it just all falling apart, I can kind of just wing it a lot more. So yeah, I definitely loved picking out like a color yarn just because I like it, and being like feeling more like it's clay. Like I want to make a hat, and I want it to be this color, and I'm just gonna start in a circle and see where it goes, and just kind of shape it from just on my shape it on a whim instead of feel like I need to have a pattern. Yeah, I understand the structure, I guess, and the mechanics of crochet just way more than knitting. But I think I need someone to sit down with me when it comes to knitting and, I don't know, just walk me through the basics and kind of see how I'm doing, because I have a feeling that my form's probably awful. If I recall correctly, I think my mom or somebody must have sat down with me at one point and shown me the very super basics of knitting. But then I like forgot it all, so then I like retaught myself from like a book, like a learn to knit book. And so I don't know if I do it very efficiently or very well. Alright, so Palm Bear, you say, I've been trying to convince my friends to let me teach them. So far, they have all refused. Oh, that's too bad. So that's definitely something that's fun to do together, especially times like these when we can't go out a whole lot, and especially even just with winter when we probably weren't going to go out very much at all anyways. It's definitely nice to have something crafty to keep you busy. And it's always fun to have more people in your life to connect with over some yarn and common interests. There we go. Almost done with this row. There we go. So, are you planning on making many things for the holidays this year? For yourself or gifts for people? Oh, good morning, Alicia. Thanks for coming back this morning. Yeah, I am still working on this hat. So Alicia joined me yesterday when I was on. Alright, so they found it quite funny when before lockdown we met up and I was knitting a hat while talking to them. It's great. I've been doing that since I was pretty young. Like whenever I get into like a crochet or, a knit mode, because I won't do it for a few months and then I'll be like, I need to make something. And especially being somewhat introverted, I kind of like having something to keep my hands busy when I'm around people. And I feel a little less anxious. Oh, so you've been making small snowflakes and little hats and toys for niece and nephews. That's awesome. Yeah, this is going to be a hat for my niece. And her mom, my sister, has a site, would like them to have matching hats, so I'm gonna make one for her too. And then I have 2 nephews, and I'm thinking I'll make them something too, so I might make them hats as well, but we'll see. Yeah, when my niece was born, I did make her I think it was like a little teddy bear, or maybe it was a cat, I don't remember. Yeah, matching things are great. Yeah, because my sister really liked this, when I wore this hat the other day around her. She thought it was super cute. Yeah, so she requested matching ones. I am a little disappointed with the yarn I picked out for this one, though. Because I got this yarn at Hobby Lobby, and it's a wool blend. so it has a little bit of wool with the acrylic, and so I just like the texture and how it drapes a lot. But this weekend when I went to pick out yarn to start my gifting projects, I didn't want to venture all the way to the other side of town for Hobby Lobby, so I went to JoyThriveGlow, which was it's very much more close to me. And they did not have nearly as much selection of wool blend yarn. So Alicia says, ooh, those are nice colors. Thank you. I think these colors are super cute. And I got the lighting better today. Yesterday, I had things like super overexposed, so you couldn't really see. But yeah, there's some turquoise and some purple and pink, which I think my sister and my niece will both really enjoy. Because my niece, she definitely likes Frozen, so she's way more into like blues and turquoise than girls. I don't know, when I was growing up, there was kind of like a gender thing, at least with the friends that I had, I guess, where like blue was not something that you wore as a girl. But I'm very glad that things have changed and blue is much more acceptable for girls, because blue is one of my favorite colors after green. All right, your one looks quite autumnal, and oh yeah, my hat, yeah, and this one you're working on is quite springy feeling to it. Yes. So this one, so mine I picked out because it has these greens in it, which I really like, but it also has more red to it, and because my coat that I have is kind of like a raspberry, it's kind of like a pink or red. I think the tag on the coat officially said it was red, but it's definitely got like a pinkish tone to it. So I wanted something that would kind of correspond with it. So the little bit of reds in the hat coordinate with my coat a little bit more, but I really like green, so I definitely liked that that yarn had some green in it too. But yeah, like I said, there's just not as much yarn in general at Joann Fabrics. So, but I like these colors. I know my sister and my niece will like them, and it'll be super cute. So they can get their super cute like matching pictures together, which will be great. But I probably will have to go back for more yarn because I only got 2. But I knew that when I was buying it though, that with the pattern that I'm using for these hats, that it might take a little bit more yarn. Because in theory, one skein, according to the packaging, let me show you. It says 1 for a hat, and yeah, it's gonna take more than 1 for a hat because I only have this much yarn left, and the hat, I guess I could try it on, but I know it's gonna be, it's definitely gonna need to be longer than what than what this is gonna be able to give me. So I'll probably need to dip into the second skein to get the hat to be exactly what I want it to be. So yeah. So, how are you guys this morning on this? Is it Tuesday where both of you are? Yeah, Alicia, if I remember, you're over on the West Coast. So, for Easter, you knitted all your little family members rabbit toys. Your niece had a school teddy bear picnic in September. Oh, that's super cute. She's just started reception and took the rabbit named Snuggle with her. Oh, that's adorable. That's super cute. Yeah, I always had, when I was a kid, I had like one stuffed animal I wanted to take with me. But that's extra sweet that the that the animal that they wanted to take with them is, you know, a handmade one. It's very special. Very special. Here we go. Okay. But one thing I do like to make blankets. I'm kind of wanting to make a holiday one for me. Alright, so you're over in the south of the UK and enjoying a quiet Tuesday morning. Very nice. Well, I'm glad that you could join me today. 'Cause it's, so over here, I'm in the US and I'm on Eastern time, so I'm in the Midwest, but I'm on the, right on the edge of time zones. So it's just after 7 for me. So I have about a half hour left that I'll be on this morning because I have a 45-minute, 50-minute drive to work. But where I work is in the other time zone, so it's only 6 a.m. there. But yes, I just like getting on and relaxing and working on a project before I have to go start my day. Just like to relax and have a calm place and some calm conversation. It's very nice. It is kind of strange, yeah, with the multiple time zones, but you get used to it though. Because growing up, I was mostly in Central Time. So, the town that I lived in, we interacted a lot more with Chicago than the rest of the state. So I'm in Indiana. Not that, I don't know how familiar you are with U.S. geography, but I'm in Indiana, but I'm really close to Chicago, well, where I grew up. It's only about an hour from Chicago, which is fully on Central Time. Now, the rest of Indiana does a lot more business, essentially, with other states that are all on Eastern Time. So the city I'm in now does a lot more interaction with like Michigan and everywhere else that's on Eastern Time. So yeah, so you get really used to converting times. So it takes about an hour to get to like where my parents live. So I know if I leave at 8 my time to get to my parents, it will be 8 when I get there. Which makes it really easy when you're, when that commute is the same time as, I don't know, is a solid hour. But leaving their house, so like if I were to leave at 8 their time, I want to get home to like 10 my time. But, you get really used to converting time zones when you live on a border. So, yeah. But it's not too bad though. I prefer to live in the time zone that's ahead though, that's for sure. So like getting to work, it doesn't feel like I took time at all. So I leave at 7:30, get there at 7:30. Just coming home that kind of stinks. If I leave at 4, I don't get home till like 6. And only drove for like 45 minutes or whatever. All right, so Palmberry say, one of my Irish friends works with a company which is Canada-based. That gives him some very strange meeting times. Oh, wow. Yes, that would be a lot of brain power to convert those times and to make sure you're not late or that you're not too early. But yeah, that wouldn't match up very well to your natural rhythms. Yeah, especially depending on what part of Canada. Because you can, there's a big difference in time zones. depending on what coast or if they're in the middle. 10 at night meetings. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that would definitely be rough to adjust to. Yeah, I'm definitely grateful that my work has very steady hours. So I work officially it's 8 to 4, but functionally for me that feels like 9 to 5, which is perfect. Which is just fine for me. Here we go, on to the next row. We are making progress. Here we go, let's come on along. Here we go, let's try it on. Let's see how many more rows. Okay, there we go. Alright, yeah, so a couple more rows for sure. So I don't know, maybe we will be able to use this whole skein. But you know what? I'll need to buy more anyways, because even if this does work for a couple rows, still gonna need more for the pom-pom, because that's what's gonna make it super cute, is that little poof on top. Yeah. Alright, so Pom Bear, you say, I helped homeschool my cousin's kids, so work 3 days a week. Have the others planning, but it's quite nice for a few days off per week. That sounds nice. But yeah, that's really cool that you help homeschool them. Is there like a particular topic, particular subject that you help them with? And how many kids is that you're helping homeschool then? But I think that kind of sounds like fun. Especially if you can get like creative with it and do like projects with them. Because I thought about being a teacher for a little bit. I started, when I initially went into college, my first degree I declared was elementary education. But I soon realized that, I did elementary education, and then I'm like, well, maybe I want to teach history. Maybe I'll do secondary education. Then I quickly realized that in general, teaching people and working with kids is probably fine. Being an official teacher and having to work in school systems and worry about like politics and drama of schools was not what I wanted to deal with. So I just switched majors and got out of education completely. But there was a time when I thought maybe teaching would be good. Alright, so you do all of math and English. So 2 kids, but one is dyslexic, which they didn't know until I noticed. We are going to be building a cardboard vet surgery to work out areas and perimeters. That's awesome. Yeah, that's definitely the way to do it. Teaching math is giving them a practical application for sure. Yeah, they definitely lucked out being able to have someone to teach just both of them and be able to to make it fun for them. That is very nice. So math was never my strong suit. Like, numbers just don't stick in my head. Like, I have a hardest time remembering them. Like, if people just telling me a phone number or a string of numbers and I'm supposed to remember, they just like float out of my head. I'm like, I can't remember them. They saved my life. Okay, so you made jelly. We were doing fractions. I've been teaching them how to do cross stitch. Oh, that's awesome. You know what? I've had like a few people mention cross stitch lately. I think mostly since I've been perusing crafty people on Twitch, and I wonder if I should attempt some cross stitch. I don't know if I've ever done cross stitch exactly. I know when I was, I don't know, early elementary school, in the middle school, I may have attempted some embroidery. I don't know if I ever did cross stitch, but it sounds like something that I might want to start experimenting with. Because you might be able to, oh yeah, especially with all these cute ideas that people have for some like nerdy inspired cross stitch. Ooh, Alicia, you say, cross-stitching looks nice. I watched a couple people on Twitch doing that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there is one streamer I recently found called Megan of All Trades. And she was crocheting, crocheting little animals, but she's been mentioning that she also cross-stitch and she makes patterns. And well, first of all, I found her channel, her page, whatever it's called. I think they're channels. I know that YouTube it's channels, but what's this? So it's just a stream? And I found her stream. But anyways, my name's also Megan, so of course I thought she sounded cool. But she was thinking, it sounds like if you subscribe to her next year, every month she's gonna have like a cross stitch pattern that she releases. So then everyone can be cross stitching like together, and I think that sounds kind of cool. And I don't think it's very hard. You know, it's not like embroidery where you have like different kinds of stitches and different knots that you need to make. So it sounds like it's much more simple. Alright, so Palm Bear. My nan used to make cross-stitch Christmas cards for everyone. Oh, sweet. Now I'm starting to do so. Oh, she died a few years back, so I'm taking over. That's awesome. That's really sweet of you. I think cross-stitch is easier than it looks. I thought it would be a nightmare, but I love it. That is an awesome idea. So when you make the cards for people, are you like stitching onto like cardstock, like a card material, or are you doing it on the like the cross stitch fabric and then like putting it on a card? Curious, because growing up, I don't know where we got them, but my parents had a bunch of like cross stitch ornaments that they got from somewhere. I don't know if it was like a family member that had a bunch or what, but we had like candy canes and other things, but they were just on the regular like round fabric with a little frame so you can hang it from the tree. Okay, so doing it on fabric then adding to card. That's like a fun idea. How many of those do you end up doing? Is it just to family members, you said? For everyone. So how many people is everyone? Is that something you work on throughout the year, or something you're able to just sit down and get a bunch completed in a short amount of time? I am curious. But yeah, when I was at the craft store, I was at Joann Fabrics on Saturday, I definitely took a peek over at the cross stitch area, but I told myself, no, I have these other projects that I need to complete first before I can think about starting anything else. Especially because I've also been thinking about, I just had all this creative energy and inspiration lately. I've been contemplating setting up a spot for my sewing machine and maybe making some clothes as well, but then I also think of all these yarn projects I have lying around half completed that I should probably just complete someday. Alright, so this year it'll mostly just be small family members. It's like your immediate family probably. but making small, quick ones to give to my friends. Oh, that's awesome. Then Alicia, I've never done either cross stitch or crochet, but I'm just watching cross stitching. Looks like it takes much longer to complete depending on design. That would make sense. Yeah, probably depends on, yeah, how big of an area you're hoping, if it's a little tiny thing or a big one, just how intricate and complicated the pattern is that you're following. Definitely. Yeah. Alright, Palm Bear made a couple little Pikachu wearing Santa hat cards. That's adorable! That is really fun. Yeah, I have not played a whole lot of... Well, okay. I've never played a full Pokemon game, but when Pokemon Go came out, I thought I only loved Pokemon. But even though that's the only like introduction to the Pokemon games that I've had, but I can definitely appreciate Santa Hat Pikachu. I get excited every time I catch one of them. Especially on Christmas. I have a hard time turning into candy and deleting the Santa Hat Pikachus I get on Christmas. So I wasn't really into it. Then I met my new friends and they got me into trading card game. Oh, cool. That is the trading card game. So I never was into trading card games really at all, like growing up. But then I had someone introduce me a couple years ago to Magic the Gathering. And I definitely invested in some cards for that game. Even though I don't really know how to play it very well. And I don't really have anyone to play it with now. But I like the idea and the story behind that game. So I definitely have some of that. So have you played any of the, so Palm Bear, have you played any of the like Pokemon like video games at all? Or are you just really into the card game? There's an iPad app for Pokemon trading card game. So we have had a few online tournaments. Oh, sweet. That's cool. So, it's an online version of the trading card game. Now, are you using only virtual cards that you collect? Or does it correspond to like actual physical cards that you have in your collection? Like, do you have to physically have the card in order to be able to play it on the online platform? On the iPad? Because I know with, well, I guess I don't know. I think with Magic, I think with their arena, I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I looked into it. But I think that if you physically own the card, you might be able to have it in the online version of the game. So are you collecting the physical cards, or is it just like virtual ones in the virtual game? So it's a bit of both. Whenever you buy a pre-made deck, it'll come with an online code. But you can also redeem online coins to get decks there. Okay, there you go. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to, yeah, especially if it's a pre-made deck and they know exactly what cards and that you own. That's cool. Yeah, definitely having that crossover makes a lot of sense. So let's see, speaking of which, I think I got a Pokemon Go notification. No, something else. Okay, well I have 5 more minutes, friends, and then I gotta get going. Because I need to get to work a little bit early today. So I have real ones too, lots of pretty cards. Very nice. So do you have like a binder and everything to keep them in? that's one thing that I really should probably do, because all my magic cards, they're just in like, well, some of them are in like the box that I got, but I definitely need to take better care of them. I should probably get a binder to put them in, because they're probably going to get damaged the way I have them right now. Alright, I'm going to hurry up and finish this row. Well, not hurry up. I'm going to take my time. By the time I finish this row, I'll probably need to be getting ready to leave the house. Alright, so you have a folder that I got from Poman, which with some sleeves from Amazon. Yes, that sounds like a good plan. Yeah, it seems like from the little bit of time I've spent in the trading card aisles of my local Walmart, it seems like there's the people that have Pokemon cards are much more are very likely to have like some sort of folder, because they like have a lot of Pokemon specific cute folders and stuff to put them in. Yeah, so I'm curious. So you play the card game, did you say? Did you play any of the other games, or just all the trading card games? Like, do you play Pokemon Go at all? And I recently got a Switch, a Nintendo Switch. So I've been contemplating getting another, like a... Because so far I pretty much only play Animal Crossing on it, on the Switch, but that's an expensive console to just be playing one game on. So I've been thinking about getting Let's Go Pikachu maybe, or Let's Go Eevee, just to get my bearings in a Pokemon game. But then I might get like Sword and Shield or something, we'll see. So you play the 2 Switch games for Pokemon. I used to have Go, but I didn't leave the house enough for it to be worth it. Yeah, I can understand that. Since March, Pokemon Go, they've made it a little bit easier to play from home and to not have to go out as much. So that's definitely been nice. But yeah, if you don't go out at all, and at least if you're not able to like even like spend a stop a day, it can be kind of rough. So I have a bunch of like research, I don't know, like research lines that I haven't been able to progress through, because I have not been able to go out and spend a Pokestop 7 days in a row or 5 days in a row or whatever it is. So Let's Go Pikachu is cute. I got it when one of my friends was streaming it. Oh, cool. Very cool. Yeah, well, we'll have to see. At some point, because I just started streaming this week, so I think this is like my 4th stream, but I'm contemplating venturing out to some sort of games as well. If I did, I'd probably start with games that having it set up so I could get my Switch connected to the computer, because my computer is a hand-me-down from my boyfriend. It can handle like basic gaming, like it can play World of Warcraft and do just fine, but I don't think it can play the game and stream it well. But I suspect that if I just connect my Switch, like I get a capture card or whatever, and have this, another machine actually playing the game, I think my computer would probably be able to handle streaming a game on the Switch. So that might be something I need to do. Yeah, you need a capture card. Yes. So that's why I haven't done it quite yet. Oh, and there's my 7:30 alarm. I didn't even finish this row. I'm slower than I thought. But yeah, but that might be something that I try over the next couple months. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's why I'm at least crocheting on here, because I figured I needed to start somewhere. So, oh, thanks so much for that follow, Palm Bear. I appreciate it. It's very glad that you could join me this morning. Okay, couple more stitches. But yeah, thanks so much. And thanks, Alicia, if you're still here. Thanks so much for dropping by and saying hi again. I enjoyed spending a chill morning with you guys. Alright, so my friends were trying to convince me to crochet streams. I'm one of the two who don't stream. Well, at least for my opinion, it's pretty easy to do. So hoping you'll be around next time you are streaming. This has been fun. Yeah, so I'm contemplating doing it most days. I don't go to the office, so that would be Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. So that's kind of my goal right now. But I've done it both Monday and Tuesday on days I am going to the office. But so I am planning on being on tomorrow morning around the same time, but I'll probably be able to go a little bit longer as well. So probably another half hour longer. So yeah. So yeah, maybe I will see you then. Yeah, well, I hope you have a great day. I hope you stay healthy, stay chill, calm. Alright, you'll be teaching when you start. Okay. Enjoy the rest of your day and probably see you tomorrow morning again. Okay, well, awesome. Well, I look forward to it. Yeah, you guys have a fantastic day.